Welcome back. Taking into consideration the increasing number of deaths due to drowning of victims in the coastal area, the Disaster Management Cell of the Indian Medical Association provided a training course for the hotel and shack workers. Dr. Vallabh Dhaimodkar gave an introduction to basic first aid and treatment that should be given to an individual who has suffered injuries.
You are not a doctor. So under these circumstances, what is expected from you? Give reassurance, give proper treatment, prevent worsening of the casualty condition, transport to the hospital or the place where the casualty is safe, and then your job is over. A person, no external injury, nothing, conscious. Okay, but usually such patients are kept under observation because person's condition may deteriorate after 6 hours, after 8 hours. Maybe 24 hours observation is an length time. So you as a first aider have to advise him, let us go to the doctor, let us take the doctor's advice. And if doctor advises to go home, it is okay.
Dr. Sunil Kakotkar gave a practical demonstration of dressing a wounded person and the basic treatment that should be meted out to the injured person.
We don't carry all dressing material and everything with us whenever we go. Nowadays there is any car or any two-wheeler when you buy, there is a first aid box involved. So sometimes, basically, ideally we are supposed to keep one dressing or a first aid box in our house. The length is fixed, a length is mentioned. So what it requires is it should be, the splint should be sufficiently thick. This is also a little bit more, thickness is more. It should not be very thin. It should be sufficiently thick and sufficiently wide. Okay? You do not have a big plank like this or a big chunk like this. So it should be sufficiently thick or sufficiently wide. The length is fixed. It should be covered. It should be applied on the sides of a limb. Sides, not on one top and one below. Lower down and then tie it. This is called as reef knot. Why we tie reef knot?
Can't slip.
Can't slip. Secondly, easier to open.
Speaking to Goa 365, Chairperson of the Indian Medical Association, Dr. Deep Bhandare, spoke about the intention behind starting the Disaster Management Cell and the situation that currently prevails.
See, the Indian Medical Association Goa State has formed a Disaster Management Cell in Goa. Now, this is an all India phenomenon and we have formed this cell in Goa. Now, the purpose is to make the doctors as well as public aware of various sort of disasters that can occur and what are the role of medical profession and others in managing disasters. Now today's program is mainly for, as you know, there are a lot of disaster happening in Goa due to a lot of tourists getting drowned in the beaches, in the swimming pool for various reasons. Though government has a lifeguards and all, many times people are brought back from the sea and alive, but many times they die because of mismanagement at the shore level. So we have planned to train this personnel how to take care of the drowning people once they are brought out of water.
That's all we have for you today. Before we end, here is a reminder of the headlines. Vera Anti-Casino Front holds dharna against casinos. Central government to introduce new tax mechanism, says Chairman of the Finance Commission. BJP MLAs visit areas damaged by tuskers. Ex-NCC cadets felicitated. We'll be back tomorrow with more news and analysis for you. Until then, it's goodbye and good night.